maintenance day for Larkin? Is he available tomorrow?
Yeah, no, maintenance day. He should be available tomorrow. Yeah, you're probably going to be with that upper body. He's going to have some ups and downs probably next week or so with it.
Like you said yesterday, spent a lot of time on special teams today. Just what did you see from practice, and what are some of the things you're looking for in both the power play and the PK?
Yeah, better habits. Again, a lot of it starts with battles off of face-off, recovering pucks in the power play. Point of emphasis in video today, and we tried to execute that today. So it's a little frustrating in both special teams. Obviously, there is some execution issues there, but a little bit is power play, losing some battles, losing some 50-50s. They get it clear, and we talked about the PK last night. Oh my God, we went through 4 games in a row. We only get 1 goal. It was the only chance they got. And last night, we had the puck in our stick, literally handed right to them on 2 of their power play goals. So a little more detail, a little more sense for urgency in some areas in both special teams to be successful.
You mentioned the importance of practice days yesterday. Just with the one practice day, what kind of things can change heading into tomorrow?
Those detail, like a perfect example. Obviously, we had a poor special teams game yesterday. You know, a huge part of the outcome. And some times throughout the season, you're not going to get an opportunity to work on it. Mm-hmm. The fact that we did have a practice opportunity today, we were able to tackle it and work on our special teams. So hopefully it'll translate for tomorrow.
And we've kind of watched Jonathan Berggren's role expand here in the last few games, the last few weeks actually. What have you thought of him and his power play time? Good.
He makes plays even today. An unbelievable seam play to the backside for a nice goal within practice. But he's one player with poise with the puck, is able to make plays, able to create some space for himself. We don't have a ton of that, so I think it's a good complement to our current roster.
Does he have a little more kind of battle to him than maybe you realize for a 5'10" guy?
I think so, and I think I still think you can learn that. And for him, I know when coaches go through video with him, there's some structure there, there's some habits, but there's also some battles. And we've pointed out some battles that we think he can be a little better in. And it's amazing once you start winning a few of those battles, how it enhances the rest of your game. I mean, look no further than the Minnesota game. When we started to turn that game around in the second period, because we were winning some of those battles. We weren't in the first 30 minutes, just being engaged. So I think that's something that can help him as a player. So development's a lot of areas, but winning battles, engaging in battles, I think is a big part of development also.
Villano, he was on one of the units today. Is that something you're considering, or is he in for
Nope, we will give him a look there tomorrow. I think it's a perfect opportunity with where our power play has been to give some different looks, and we're going to do that.
And same with we had Rasmussen at the net front there. Sometimes it's a different personality.
Yeah, and I just think maybe trying to simplify our power play through these moments where, now we're going to give Ras an opportunity just to be harder in that blue paint area, harder on the opposing goalie, where there's been many holes within our power play, but I think one is we got a little bit away from that identity. We get good movement, we get a shot we want, and our net front guy's off to the corner, or he's within a set play, he's peeled to the yellow instead of being in his positioning. So simplify our power play. One is we want to get a little more anchored in that area. We're going to give Russ an opportunity to do that.
Verona out of the no contact jersey today, is that a sign of progress?
Yeah, absolutely. I think pushing him more, you can see even some of the, I don't know if you guys hang out much for the post-practice stuff, but we increased his battle load too. So the plan all along was day-to-day. He won't be available for us tomorrow, and then we'll reevaluate that and go from there.
And then Fabry has been skating without the no contact. What have you just learned about him since he's been?
Yeah, he looks, basically filled in for Larks today with him taking the maintenance day.
he looked really good, and I know a lot of people have forgotten about him, and that all those injuries we had recently, people forget that's a big loss for us too. So I think we're on target for early January, and I think he'll give us a nice spark to our group.
Is there any update on Zadina? I think it's right around this time.
Yeah, he's probably still, definitely, he's probably in the new year. So, I mean, knock on wood, we'd like to get there. We've been here in the past where we get anxious on some return of players, but we could get a few back in a similar time frame. But we need to get there. I mean, I know early on we were waiting for player A or B, and someone else went down. So, yeah, he's progressing well, and he's actually worked extremely hard, like, as they all do, coming off the injury to get back. But he's really dug in, which I've noticed as a coach, which is nice to see.
Previewing Washington tomorrow, obviously a guy like Ovechkin, in terms of his consistency across his career, what can young guys on this team learn from a player like that?
Just amazing, his approach. I think it's an honor to be competing against him in this league, and I think our guys look at it the same. So just think an example like that is to keep producing at the same level. His approach, he plays so hard. I don't think as an organization we want to see him finish second overall, so hopefully our guys will take that a little personal, in fact, on what Gordie Howe is and means to this organization. So hopefully you take that a little bit personal, maybe try to push that back for someone else.
Doesn't it feel like the universe sometimes aligns, though?
It's
that
unbelievable. It's unbelievable. As disappointing as our game was last night, you know, as the coaches was brought up this morning, how we're kind of hoping for Ovi to score a couple last night. So, but I think that's awesome, and again, I think it's exciting for our guys to be competing in a moment like that.